If you're looking into Rugiet and specifically searching for side effects before ordering, that usually means you're being cautious about what you put in your body. Now, I was in the same spot. I wanted something that worked, but I didn't want to go into it blindly. So I'm going to walk you through what using Rugiet has been like for me, the kinds of side effects guys tend to notice, and how most people end up minimizing them. And before we get into it, if you do end up wanting to try Rugiet, I'll put a link in the description, or you can scan the QR code on the screen. Either option is going to take you to the best price available. Now, I came to Rugiet after using regular sildenafil tablets for a while. They worked, but the timing always felt awkward. Sometimes it took longer than expected to kick in, and it made things feel more planned than I wanted. I started looking into Rugiet because I wanted something that felt smoother and more spontaneous. Now, before talking about side effects specifically, it helps to understand that Rugiet offers several different meds, and they're not all the same. And the type of side effects someone notices often depends on which one they're using. Ready is their most popular option. It's a sublingual formula that combines sildenafil, tadalafil, and apomorphine. You let it dissolve under your tongue, and for most guys, it starts working in about 15 minutes. The apomorphine is what makes it feel different from standard ED meds because it affects arousal in the brain while the other ingredients support blood flow. The stronger side, some guys notice things like mild headaches, nasal stuffiness, or facial flushing. Those are the same kind of effects that people already associate with ED meds in general. Now, Daily Boost works a little differently. It's a daily routine that combines tadalafil with DHEA. Since it's taken at the same dose every day, a lot of guys find the effects are milder or less noticeable once their body adjusts. The most common ones are still typically tadalafil related things like back tightness, mild headaches, or flushing. Staying hydrated can help with that, especially earlier on. Grower combines tadalafil with oral minoxidil for ED support with their hair growth. Now, with this one, some guys notice a flushed or warm feeling at the beginning, which is usually tied onto the minoxidil. Based on what others report, that tends to settle down after the first few days and your body just adjusts to it. If you already know you're sensitive to circulation related meds, this is one where starting on the lower end definitely makes sense. Go Long pairs tadalafil with paroxetine and is aimed at guys who want ED support plus help with endurance. With this option, the most commonly mentioned side effect is pretty much drowsiness, which tends to happen if it's taken too late or on an empty stomach. Now, personally, I'd been using Ready, and the side effects I noticed were pretty much what you'd expect from ED meds. A bit of nasal stuffiness, some facial warmth the first few times, and one mild headache when I took it on an empty stomach. Nothing concerning and nothing that made me stop using it. Now, one thing Rugiet does well is support. If something doesn't feel right, you can message them and adjust either the dosage or the medication itself. Now, I reached out once just to double check whether I should stay at the strength I was on, and they walked me through it and made an adjustment. A lot of side effects come from starting at a higher dose than you need, so easing into it usually solves most issues. Now, if you're especially sensitive to meds, Daily Boost is often the gentler option. If endurance is your main concern, Go Long makes more sense. Grower is really only relevant if hair growth is also part of what you're looking for. And if you want the fastest acting option, Ready is the one to go for, just without jumping straight to the highest dose before you know how your body responds. And if you want to try Rugiet, I'll put the link below, or you can scan the QR code on screen. Either one will take you to the best available price. And if you've had experiences with ED meds or side effects before, feel free to share them in the comments. That kind of feedback can be really helpful for guys who are still deciding.